Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to tonight's team Zoom. Tonight we're going over conversation flow, talking about intention, and the things that we need to do to not be spinning our wheels. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive right in to tonight's presentation. I'm really excited about this. I've been really excited about these recently. So, all right. Can everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up. Good. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to talk about being specific. We're going to talk about the goal and how we funnel people and conversation flow. We're really getting into the nitty gritty. So last week we went over how we're paid. If you didn't watch that last week, please go find that. If you need the link, let me know, because I really broke that down last week. And I'm really liking asking these questions before you guys get on. It's helpful. All right. If you did not see August today, 16th through the 18th, win back your VIPs who have not ordered in the last 30 days. If they order a $100 order, which could be reset and hydrate, reset and something, because this is the last month that reset is $40 off. So important. So, and I plan on doing another reset next month for our team on the 11th. So now is the time to get people to get that, take advantage of it, do it next month. So save 10, get with your VIPs, message them, get in your messenger, get in your reports, do the things. We're not spinning our wheels. All right, let's talk about intention and your intention and what you intend to do. We're not trying, okay? I cannot stand when people are like, because I try to fix my vocabulary, and instead of saying, well, I'm going to try, that just means that I'm probably not going to do it. So let's talk about how and what you can say to make sure that you are accomplishing it. So instead of saying, if you heard somebody, like if you woke up and you said, I'm going to try to sign up my best friend today, that creates an out. That creates doubt in your head. And it's already telling your brain like, it's okay if we don't accomplish it. It's okay. All right. But if you say my intention, or today I intend to help my VIP get signed up, I'm going to do it. Like it is August 16th, and I'm going to grow by 10 points in 2 days. My intention is you approach it with confidence. What you tell yourself and how you approach it matters. So make sure you're telling yourself, I always say, my favorite quote, I look at it up on my board. It says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Whether you tell yourself you can, you will. Or if you tell yourself you can't, you won't. Talk to yourself with confidence. All right. Intention is super specific. So you can say, oh, I'm going to call people and see what happens. Or you can say, I'm calling people with the intention of 3 people saying no and 1 person wanting more information, going after those no's instead of saying, oh, well, I'm going to wing it and see what happens. Be intentional, be super specific with your daily IPAs. That's what I'm referring to. Like today, I intend on posting, talking to 2 people and going after those no's. Okay. It's subtle, but it's a powerful mind shift. Most people do the right activity, but they have no expected outcome. They said, I'm just going to check the box. I'm going to do the IPAs. I'm going to check the box. I'm just going to get it done. And then I'll just feel good about myself and just say, hey, I did it. But you didn't actually intend on the actual outcome. You could be spinning your wheels if you aren't pre-deciding the outcome. Does that all make sense, or am I confusing you guys? Just nod your head yes, or unmute yourself. Yes, okay. All right. So what is the goal and the flow? So first, we share about Plexus, okay? Then we help people get started, and then they become a VIP, and then we funnel. So we're talking about, we go from intention and talking to people. Well, what's after that? Well, we share it. We help people get started. They become a VIP, and then we decide, okay, well, they're perfect over here or over here as a VIP or a brand ambassador. This is when you have to put on your business cap. In different roles you need to put on your different hat that you're going to be for the day. Are you going to be talking to potentials? Put on your potential hat. If you're talking to a leader, put on your leader hat. Make sure you're putting on the right hat when you're talking to this person. Like I wouldn't talk to you guys the same way I would talk to somebody who just signed up last night and she hasn't gotten her products yet and she has no idea what to think. So make sure you're always thinking with what cap you're going to put on. All right, let's talk about the funnels. So the funnel, we have a potential, okay? So you're talking to your friend, she really needs help. She just wants to feel better. So you have to decide like, okay, is she going to be a retail customer and she is just wanting to try just the slim? That's totally fine. Or she's like, girlfriend, I need that triplex stuff that you talk about all the time. Funnel. Think about, is she going to be a good retail or a VIP? And then when they become a VIP, because usually retail, I don't share retail, but if somebody becomes a retail, you can upgrade them to a VIP. So then you decide when they're a VIP, if they're either happy there and they're like, nope, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to tell my grandma, my best friend. I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm doing. Or they can upgrade. Hi, baby.
Hey, Maddie.
Yeah, baby.
It's full.
Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. Oh, thank you. Okay. So they're a VIP. They're either happy there or they're like, I'm going to tell everybody I know about what's going on. And then they become a brand ambassador. That's when they upgrade. And then you funnel one more time. They become a brand ambassador. They've shared their link. They have a friend who's joined them. And you say, okay, well, now I'm going to put on my brand ambassador leader hat and say, are you happy with being just silver? Or are you ready to go to the next step? Are you going to be reading the books? Are you going to be getting on the Zoom calls? Are you going to be doing the things? So make sure that you guys understand, like, okay, I have to funnel every single person into my buckets. Remember our bucket conversations? So make sure that you funnel them into buckets. All right. Everybody, does that make sense? Yep. Okay. All right. All right. Figuring out where people want to go is simple conversations. Be human, not weird. It's just conversation, guys. I know whenever we start selling something, we can be weird. We can be awkward. And it's only because we don't want people thinking a certain way about us. Nobody wants to be a salesperson. And that's probably one of the top 3 reasons that people don't share Plexus is because they don't want to be weird. They don't want to be that car salesman. They don't want to lose their friends. They don't want people thinking weird about them. But honestly, sharing and figuring out where people need to go and saying, here, $300 to $500 a month for you is great. Just have those conversations. Be a friend. Don't be weird. Be human. All right, so let's talk about some scripts. I put some on here. So subtle sharing with your current VIPs, and you want to present the opportunity. So congrats on taking the first step to better your health. I have no idea if this is a good fit for you or not, but some of my customers like the idea of getting their products paid for so that finances never get in the way of getting and staying healthy. What are your thoughts about hearing more? So this is one way that you could talk to somebody. And of course, this is just an example. You can take this, you can edit it, but having this conversation and asking this question is number one, it's not scary. And if you think it's scary, it might be something that you need to look within and figure out, why does this make me scary? Or why does this scare me having this conversation? Is it your self-doubts? Is it your mindset? And that's something that you might have to work on with mindset growth. But these are the types of things and questions that you ask in order to funnel your current VIPs and figuring out, okay, would you want to share? Can I help you take the next step? And remember, always end with a question. All right, another example. Look at you sharing Plexus. Very nice. Who did you share it with? What were your goals? So maybe they made a post, maybe they put something in their stories. I always love that. I love it when people see me mixing my pink drink in my stories, and without me having to say anything, it's contagious and they do it too. So they are going to do and copy what you do sometimes. Did you know you now have a $25 free credit that you can automatically use with your next subscription? Also, if you like that kind of thing and you want to, 1, continue to get rewarded, and 2, would rather have the cash, we should talk about becoming a brand ambassador and creating some extra income for your family. What are your thoughts on hearing more? So maybe that is something that you could talk to them about. It's simple. It talks about, it says great job, explains the perks. So that's also another example you could use. Taking a drink real quick. Now, maybe you have current VIPs. I've had VIPs for years, and they watched me for years, took their products consistently for years, and they never ever asked me about the business, but I reconnected with them and brought it up. And that is when they decided, okay, I love my products. Jess is doing something. I want a part of it. Okay. So reconnecting with your VIPs, circling back around, just because they said no once does not mean that's going to be a no forever. So maybe you could say something like, I know you said no in the past, but circumstances change for people. I know they did for me, and I want to circle back around. We have a resource page and would love to show you how to share Plexus regularly and enjoy the peace of mind that comes along with creating additional income. Where's your head and heart these days about making it some extra income? And I know that last question would really, really help a lot of people right now. I can't tell you how many mama groups I'm in, how many Dave Ramsey groups I'm in, where people are like, how are people making it right now? How are people affording groceries right now? Like, that is a pain point right now. People are seriously struggling. So for us to not ask and do something about it, I mean, it's just a disservice to our friends and family. And then here's an example of business conversation. So maybe you're leading with the business. You have a friend, you're like, she's sharing all the time about something, or she's doing this, and I would love to have her on my team. Part of what I do is teach women how to generate $300 to $500 a month, helping people achieve better health. That could be the start of the conversation, and you ask a question. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Another example could be, I have no idea if this is a fit for you or not. However, our leadership team is growing again. And if you have any reason to create some extra income, now's a great time to hear what's going on. What are your thoughts about checking that out? So always end with a question and then follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. So you are continuously doing this. Okay. It's not like they become a VIP and then that's it. They become a VIP, you coach them, and then you bring it up and you have conversations and you build the relationship. It's a juggling act, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. This is not to overwhelm you, but this is to show you there is a flow with our current VIPs in our business, and it continues to go on and on and on and on and on over and over and over again. Okay, so some follow-up questions that you can have for somebody who maybe they said no, or they didn't get back to you, or whatever it may be. I like to ensure that you feel control in the process and get the information in a way that you prefer. Do you mind me asking a few questions to ensure I get the right information? So you could ask, can you tell me what might appeal the most to you about creating some extra income? Okay, so they've said yes, and you're following up, and you're starting to ask some questions, and you're digging deeper rather than just saying, oh, well, you can just do this, but creating that relationship and figuring out a little bit about their life, how it could really do something for them. Listen with your ears and your heart. You human, not a car salesman. All right, let's talk about high-level versions of sharing our own story using feeling words. And this is almost like the feel, felt, found method. And you have to kind of go back to when you first started, like we were frustrated with, or I was skeptical before I even started these products, or I wasn't open to hearing more. Can you relate? And I'm pretty sure we were all skeptical at once. I know I was, pretty sure everybody else was. All right, so feelings create decision-making, not facts. Facts tell, stories sell. No one cares that I forgot I put this in here. No one cares that there is XOS in your Slim. They probably have no idea what it is anyways. They just want to know how it's helped you be a better mom. Okay, so, this is where next another example is, are you at a place where you want to do something about it? Let's get started. So you're going to walk them through on how to get started, making sure that they fall in love with the products first. And here is what most people start with. I personally will always give recommendations based on their health situation. I always like to ask you, like, what are your goals? What is something that you want to fix? Because 9 times out of 10, they're coming to us with a problem. So our job is to give them the solution, whether that be no bloating, having energy, whatever it may be. So you can always say, this is what I recommend, and then get started. And if they say, nope, not ready, not here for it, I totally understand. Change is hard. What do you think might be holding you back? And I put, If you haven't had a real conversation, it's really weird. It's a really weird question to have with a stranger. So make sure you're having those conversations, because why would a stranger completely open up to you and explain why they're saying no? So build that relationship, have the conversations, and don't be weird. And then do it over and over and over and over and over again. I think that's it. Yes. All right. I went through everything, I believe. All right. You guys ask questions. Is there any concerns? Was this helpful? You can unmute yourself, say whatever you want. Race, I go.